I did not ever intend to get into wood turning. My 17-year-old daughter, though, has recently been saying that she really likes the idea of a lathe. She would like to do some lathe work, some wood turning. And then the other day I saw a lathe listed on Facebook Marketplace for pretty dang cheap. And I thought, hey, you know what? Let's take a look. And when I saw it in person, I was like, oh, that's why it's so cheap. But here's what it looks like now. So this is the lathe that I acquired from Facebook Marketplace. And I was like, you know what? This is old, right? You know, it's on a very sturdy stand. You know, you can see, you know, it's pretty dusty, pretty dirty, but a lot cleaner than what it was when I first saw it. Wagner Electric Company, right? 1/4 horsepower. Then here's the variable speed setup. So it's got 4 different speeds available. It is a Sears Roebuck lathe, and I found a manual for that model number, and I want you guys to guess in the comments, how old do you think this thing is? It is missing some parts. I think I need something for the headstock here to be able to attach to the wood pieces. Probably need something else over here. I'm not exactly sure what I need. I mean, I've seen stuff on other channels, and I know this obviously doesn't have that stuff. Then I also need to find out what kind of tools to use, because I don't really have any wood turning tools, and you know, chisels or gouges or you know, whatever else. It has these little cross pieces here, and let's see, looks like to loosen this guy, you have to just use the nut here. Like, it seems like it'd be nicer to have something that's easier than a nut. I can slide it between those dividers, but not past them. So I have to actually remove the tool rest from the lathe in order to get it from one section to another. It seems like that's maybe not the best design. Yeah, I think that one can slide past them, but the tool rest, not so much. As I cleaned off that motor, I saw there's something inscribed in it. Looks like the name Lewis that's carved in there. It's also got Lewis on the wooden stand here. I'm thinking this might have belonged to somebody named Lewis.
To catch future videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel.
Let me just use the calipers here. That's coming through as 0.74 inches. So I need the interior of that. And it's showing me 0.43 inches on the interior of that thing. The manual that I found, the date printed on it was June 1938. So pre-World War II, this is an old machine. And how much do you think I paid for it? And did I get ripped off? Yeah, 0.42 inches. I think that's what this was too. Yeah, this was 0.43. I mean, it's a pretty cool stand too, really. Here we go. Does it actually run? I guess it runs. I did get a little sleepy while reading the manual, to be honest. But I think the very first thing it said is that I need to make sure that this is oiled well. So it's got these 2 oil ports here. So these apparently need to be really well oiled. It just says to use light engine oil. Oh, and then did anyone have any guesses as to how much I actually paid for it? And it does have a fair amount of rust on it, on the tool rest. the rails here. You know, it looks like there's, you know, some chipping with some possible rust. So going to need to clean off the rust. MT1, Morris taper number 1. It's the size of the holes in the head and tailstocks. You need a drive center, a live center for the tailstocks, and a chuck. Chucks must match the drive spindle, or use an insert to match your threading. Chucks have multiple jaw sizes for holding different size bowls, bases, etc. Dude, I am cheap, man. I don't pay big money for stuff that I don't have to. It was listed on Facebook Marketplace for $20. As I was kind of waffling back and forth as to the price and whether to buy it, they dropped the price from 20 down to 10. So I paid $10 for this lathe. Did I get ripped off? Or is that a good deal? You freaking stole that, yeah. Okay. All right, LJ says, the main thing to check is how close the drive center and live center are to lining up. In a perfect world, the points will touch perfectly aligned. That seems to be pretty close. And then the wire coming from the motor to the switch, a little bit of frame right there is exposed on the bottom side. And then the wire coming from the switch to the power cord, a lot more frame of the, you know, the cable there. So he looks a little bit on the old side. 2-prong, whatever. Probably a little bit on the sketchy side, so probably not a bad idea for me to replace the cable and get a grounded